Hey, this is Brindle Wolf.
And I'm Lunaria.
You're listening to Rise Awakenings, part of the Rise Radio Network where advice meets action.
We're here to spark your growth, lift your spirit, and help you crush your potential.
Rise Awakenings, hear the call. Through the static, we break the wall. Your station, your voice, where dreams awaken. Rise Awakening, now is the time.
Rise Awakenings, let's rise together.
Have you got color in your cheeks? Do you ever get that fear that you can shift, the type that sticks around like something in your teeth? Are there some aces up your sleeve? Have you no idea that you're in deep? I dreamt about you nearly every night this week. How many secrets can you keep? 'Cause there's this tune I found that makes me think of you somehow, and I play it on repeat until I fall asleep, spilling drinks on my settee. If this feeling flows both ways, was sorta hoping that you'd stay, that the nights were mainly made for saying things that you can say tomorrow day. Crawling back to you. Ever thought of calling when you've had a few? 'Cause I always do. Maybe I'm too busy being yours to fall for somebody new. Now I thought it through, crawling back to you. So have you got the guts? Been wondering if your heart's still open, and if so, I wanna know what time it shuts. Simmer down and pucker up. I'm sorry to interrupt, it's just I'm constantly on the cusp of trying to kiss you. I don't know if you feel the same as I do, but we could be together if you wanted to. If this feeling flows both ways, we're sorta hoping that you'd stay, that the nights were mainly made for saying things that you can't say tomorrow day. Crawling back to you. Ever thought of calling when you've had a few? 'Cause I always do. Maybe I'm too busy being yours to fall for somebody new. Now I've thought it through, crawling back to you. If this feeling flows both ways, we're sorta hoping that you'd stay, that the nights were mainly made for saying things that you can't say tomorrow day. Too busy being yours to fall. Ever thought of calling, darling? Do you want me crawling back to you?
It's Brenda, Wolf, and Diane. So listen up if you can. Yeah, journey with them today as they help you find your way. Oh, mental wellness is the topic of the hour. Mental health and the power to tap into our alignments will lead to our refinements. Phoenix Talk, a show like you've never seen. Phoenix Talks, awareness that has never been. Phoenix Talks with Brenda, Wolf, and Diane. Phoenix Talks, so tune in if you can.
Everyone to Phoenix Talks with Brenda Wolf and the lovely.
Hello, Reverend Diane here. How are you?
Oh, what a
I
hot
can't.
opening,
I
right?
know. I cannot. That was really awesome. I love how you. All right, it was all perfect.
Right? Papa learned a new trick for today.
Yes, it was seamless. It was
Right?
perfection.
I loved it, loved it, loved it. Thank you, Restream, for bringing it in. Oh, but we opened up the show today with a song that I swiped over in the Rise Share Room from Mandy, also known as Mandy Kins 88 over on Smule. If you enjoyed that and you're on Smule, get over, check it out, and join up with her because she's amazing. And what a great song.
That was awesome, and I love that the cat was in the background. It was just perfect.
Just kind of chilling. And I love this song because it's a really sassy way to help us get into the topic today.
Yes. Okay, so let's get into the topic because I can't wait to hear your take on what healthy manipulation is.
I can't wait to hear my take on it either.
And this is a topic suggestion, right? Was this yours?
No, it came in from Karen.
Gotcha. Okay.
And if she wants to take a second and type over, because she's joining us over in the YouTube chat, and I see we got Michael in the Twitch chat. So thank you guys for being here. And if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. And if this is your first time watching, whether it's live, whether it's in the replay, Phoenix Talks is a completely organic conversation. That's why I said what I did about I can't wait to see what I say either, because we don't plan for this. The only planning that we do is the topic. I do a promo. We put that out there, and we leave
That's it.
We don't prepare
That's
questions. We don't do research. We
Nope.
don't. And the number one rule: we're not allowed to talk to each other about the topic until the show. So anything that we have to say, you're going to hear live and in an organic conversation.
Right. I know. That format works for me because I feel like I speak more naturally when it's a conversation. It just needs to be a real conversation, real information, raw.
Right.
Thank you, Michael. I love you.
Loves your face. Loves your face. Excuse me. So, healthy manipulation.
Yeah.
Oh, and I see Lotus Moon just popped in. Good to see you too. Oh. I might need some healthy prompting. No, I'm teasing. Seriously. That's what healthy manipulation is.
Okay. I see what you did there.
Completely guided, completely off the cuff.
Okay.
Because I was literally like, okay, well, how can I start this? Oh, well, that's how.
Yeah.
Because sometimes in order to get us to do something, we have to start with asking a question.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we need to be told. And this is kind of manipulation reversal where you're inviting it in. But there's sometimes where, and parents, they walk that line between healthy
All the time.
manipulation and
All the time.
okay. Karen has had a chance to fulfill my request in the chat, and she says, simply said, and this is where she wants us to take this. Where's the line between healthy manipulation and indoctrination? For example, raising children, like I just said.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I gotcha. I wanted to see, like, well, what branch are we on for this one? Because I have a perspective of what that might sound like too, but I think it ties into this
yeah.
because ultimately, healthy manipulation is getting somebody to feel a certain kind of way and to do things that are productive and healthy for them. And it's maybe they're outwardly defiant or in denial of or not ready yet. But with healthy manipulation, they get a taste of it because there's a reason why they're doing it now that didn't occur to them or had nothing to do with their defiance, if that makes sense.
I, th- I think one easy example is, we've probably used this one before, but an easy example.
I'm laughing at Michael's comment. His form of self-manipulation is to tie a slice of cake to a string and put it on a stick. So they very cute.
But okay, indoctrination with children specifically. You can't go out looking like that. Meaning hair not coiffed, makeup not done well, not wearing the appropriate clothing for the appropriate season, same colored socks. Now, having them fit a mold, so to speak, that's indoctrination. To fit a mold.
Right.
Healthy manipulation is, are you bathed? Are you clean? Are you dressed for the season? I don't care if your shoes match. If you're comfortable, if that works for you, bye.
Yeah. I guess because so the term itself, healthy manipulation, is also not part of this. So I'm learning within this conversation, but I'm hearing it as healthier parenting, because when you do give your child an opportunity to express themselves naturally with their natural curiosity, and it's different for different ages and stages, all the way up into adulthood.
Right.
Then you create a safe space that nurtures and fosters growth and curiosity for them to learn and feel confident and empower themselves naturally. So, like, to me, that would be healthy manipulation. Like, the illusion of choice. I'm going to say, let's go with the age group of 5. Okay, so like, how many parents out there are like, get dressed, go get dressed. You have to get dressed, go get dressed. She's 5 or he's 5. That's not going to work.
No.
Instead,
No.
there's I would now put it in your terminology, the healthy manipulation of, do you want to wear the blue outfit, the purple outfit, or the orange outfit? And now
And here's
they
a
have
tip.
that
And here's a
choice.
tip. If you know which one that they want to, but you know that they're going to play with you and play a game around with you, always put the one that you want second.
That's an interesting tip.
Never first, because they're going to hear the other options. And so if you give them more than 2 options, make sure you tag the one that is the healthiest and best for them last.
And then they have the choice. But
And
that
then
fosters confidence, that fosters
Yes.
choice, and like, I get to think about it and what do I want, and that's important in different stages and ages. So I think that's what you mean. And indoctrination to me is a system of beliefs that you inherit based on religion, culture, and society. Also known as
I used that cup on this show on purpose.
excuse my cough, I'm sorry.
Because sometimes it is.
Yes, but that that doesn't really, that maintains fear, that maintains guilt, shame, that maintains control, that maintains don't think for yourself. So that's the big difference. Healthy manipulation is encouraging or presenting something in a manner in which you the person can engage themselves in a healthy, productive, and evolutionary way, and that's benefiting everyone.
You know, an interesting thing I just heard in my mind was indoctrination can be very likened to a cause and effect simile. And healthy manipulation can be likened to metaphor. And I'm like, that's interesting. Because what led up to that was how many times when you're trying to indoctrinate somebody or especially children, if you don't insert here, then insert. Because if you don't do this, then this is going to happen. And how many times is it fear-based?
Mm-hmm.
How many times is it, well, if you don't do it my way, then you're going to have to deal with what happens when you don't do it my way.
Yeah. Yeah. Karen asked, does free will exist when everything comes down to manipulation? Absolutely, it exists. Because at the end of the day, with respect to kids, your job is to guide them in a healthy way that will foster them guiding themselves and evolving with that healthy guidance. So it's not necessarily, and that's why I'm like, well, manipulation, it's a weird term. Guidance is what I would call it. Redirection, or self-empowerment for the other in a way that isn't intrusive on their needs.
Yeah.
And so we still have free will when we are encouraged to make the choice based on information that we ourselves can obtain and receive. Now, that's different for a child, obviously, because I know I keep going back to kids because you mentioned for kids, raising kids.
Right.
That's totally a guidance thing. So the healthy manipulation that has to happen with your kids is all about how do we build their confidence. Your job is to remain emotionally regulated as a parent. That's your job. Your job is to ride the different stages and waves of their emotional maturity and brain development and nervous system sensitivities.
Right.
And so, go ahead.
Writing with the pen is manipulation. Okay? And I'm using this as a reference because in order to write down what it is that you're needing to jot down, you have to be able to manipulate the pen. So if you're questioning whether or not free will exists, is somebody else holding the pen for you? I mean, if you are an amputee, then maybe. And I'm not trying to make light. I'm being honest. I mean, if you're an amputee and you need somebody to write something down for you because you do not have that capability, then yes, that free will is absent. But in order to write, it requires your free will and your motor skills to manipulate that pen. So yes, free will exists.
Yeah. And in the terms of the choices that we make, yes, we do choose those choices that we make, even if we didn't listen to our intuition and it didn't feel right and we did it anyway. It was still a choice to do that. It was still a choice to experience that. So there is that self-responsibility that has to occur because ultimately there is only the free will. That is not only our greatest asset, but our deepest pain, because there's a lot of illusion out there with the indoctrination that makes you believe that you have free will when the reality is they're controlling the experience that you're having. by feeding you all of this stuff that may not even be aligned with your heart, but convincing you that it is. And that's indoctrination. So let's read this. Karen is asking, is it healthy, positive, fair when you say you don't want to drink, you'd rather have milk? Milk is nicer, right? I thought it would be. Okay, so what are you trying to ask? I'm not sure I understand. I thought you would have to choose milk.
That sounds like an imposition, actually.
You mean if someone else is trying to impose their idea of what you should be ingesting?
That's what it sounds like.
Is that what I
to me.
understood?
That's how
Okay.
I'm understanding it. That it's like we know better, for especially when it comes to children. Oh, no. You shouldn't have the tea. You should be having the milk. It's better for you.
So as
But I mean, if you really want the tea, go ahead. Now that's just plain using guilt.
I was just going to say that's guilt. That's not a healthy manipulation. That's guilt.
No.
That's unhealthy.
If you want them to drink milk instead of tea, then don't offer tea.
Yeah, that's guilt is the wrong kind of well, that's why I don't like the word manipulation for this whole health. Like I just the difference between
But that's why it's such an important conversation.
Right?
Because
that's unhealthy manipulation.
When we think of manipulation, we just think of the bad stuff.
Me too. That's what I'm saying. Like it's weird for my brain to wrap around.
That's why it's such a great question and great topic.
Yeah.
So how would we, I don't know, use healthy manipulation to
listen? I manipulate people in a healthy
else.
way all the time. Can I just say that? I'm sorry, I cut you off. That was such an ADHD thing to do. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, you're good.
I love you. Sorry.
This is why it's a fun show.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the rewind button and go. Okay.
I already forgot what I was saying.
Ah, dang it. Sorry. So you and I manipulate people all the time.
We do.
We do in our job. It is our job to use healthy manipulation to get you to believe in yourself and encourage you to do what's aligned with your heart and what resonates with you.
And while it may sound mean, it's actually healthy manipulation when I say stuff like, how's that working for you?
Yeah. And it's really a question of, does that resonate with you? Is that aligned? Wait, I don't know what you mean, Karen.
That's just a damn argument.
Okay.
The sky is blue. No, it's not. It's green. Oh yeah, you're right.
Okay. Yeah. So
it's dark
Karen,
outside. No, it's not. It's still light. You're right.
I would say do some, like, we have access to the internet with endless information. Do some deeper homework and research into what all of the signs and symptoms are of unhealthy manipulation, which thank you, because this is an important conversation. If it is not making you feel safe and feel valued and feel smart and feel loved and feel held and supported, it's not okay. It's poop. Love that. Okay.
If you're listening on a Zeno replay and you're not watching this live, you're missing out on all of why we're laughing so much.
Yes. Because there's a chat going on in here and we try to read it, but we're like, it gets.
Well, not only that, you miss out on the Papa facials.
Yes. Yes. So I sent you a meme the other day that's so perfect for this. It used to be my cover photo at one point, and it says, warning, if you hang out with me for too long, I'll brainwash you into believing in yourself and thinking you can achieve anything.
Bitch.
But it would be healthy manipulation.
I don't believe you. It's negative. Why are you telling me that? So,
but I hope, Karen, that clears this up, that it if you're not feeling safe, if you're not feeling heard, understood, supported, and encouraged to, cheerlead it
Yes.
on, it ain't healthy, period.
No.
So that's the big takeaway from today is healthy manipulation is other people believing in you and believing in what you believe in before you fully believe it in yourself and encouraging you to align yourself before you are able to see it for yourself.
Mhm.
So that's healthy. You need people who care about you, who are not in competition with you around you. You need people around you who will support you and who will make sure that you don't go off out of your lane too
Right.
far.
Right. And there's a huge difference between experiential guidance from
Mhm.
somebody else and trying to fix or change you. And
Yeah.
how many times do you feel like somebody is trying to fix or change you that isn't in alignment with who you are, and there is an absence of maybe they're right feeling? There may the maybe their right thought might be there because they're selling it really fucking well
Mhm.
and painting a very manipulative picture of, oh, if you do it this way, you will. This is where advertising wins.
Yeah. Yes.
That is manipulation.
It
If you haven't
is.
figured it out,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's healthy, sometimes it's not.
Hmm. Well, listen, when cigarettes came out, they told everybody it was healthy. It is not, of course, obviously. And I'm not insulting those who smoke. Do your thing. The facts are still the facts. It's got stuff in it that's not healthy. It has nothing to do with your desire to smoke or not. That's on you.
But they did try and pull a healthy manipulation by coming out with ultra light.
Exactly. And that's, still unhealthy, but they tried. That's a,
But see, what they
you
didn't
know,
tell us is that in order for it to be ultra light with less tobacco, less nicotine, what do you think they replaced it with? More something else.
right.
So let's stick around on this cigarette for a second, okay? You're making me want one, by the way.
Sorry.
That's all right. I'll vape later. But when it comes to trying to get you to see a different way, is it a healthy manipulation if it's just offering a band-aid or temporary
Mhm.
fix? We've talked about this in the past. Because if it's to healthy manipulate you into a different mindset or a different practice, yoga, tai chi, whatever the case is, do you know everything about it in order to make an educated and wise choice? And if you don't, look, if it feels off, it probably is. So even
Yeah.
the healthy appearing manipulation can still be not. But here's the thing. Here's where I want to twist this negative into a positive. Because if you feel like you're being manipulated to try something that is going to be positive for you, there's wisdom in that thought. Oh, maybe I should try that. It sounds pretty good. It means you've already thought about doing it and you were actually looking for it. Here's your answer. Here's your sign. There's your healthy manipulation to go and figure out what it is that is going to help you.
Yeah. So I think that's the key point is that if it is for your overall health and well-being and supporting your goals and objectives for your future, that's truly aligned with who you are as a person and your purpose, then then we're good. But you have to trust your intuition. I think your intuition comes into play with this one too, because if it doesn't feel right, it ain't right. It's that simple. And then Karen, you were talking about kids before. So that's why I'm saying, like, children are a whole different dynamic. And that's where you can access information on the internet and do some serious homework and see what is the healthier, because the system, the way it's set up and generationally, what we've learned is not healthy for the upraising of children. We all were raised like crap. Sorry, it's just, this is the truth.
Even though we'll brag about it.
But we know now what's healthier that exists, that actually takes into considerations the child's body chemistry and brain chemistry development as the age progresses. The whole body continues to change, and the brain chemistry continues to change. Their emotional intelligence brain is from 0 to age 7. And then after that, the children are very malleable. They're very programmable. So it's so important that we allow them to be fostered and nurtured in a way that doesn't enable them in an unhealthy way. They need boundaries and structure, yes, but there also needs to be consistency, not anger, not frustration. Your job is to maintain regulation and consistency. So you may have to repeat yourself 5, 6 times because it's a child. Okay? They're not trying to piss you off. They're not. They're child. It's a child. Okay? They're not there yet. They don't have that in them.
No.
So you have to maintain regulation in order to have the consistency and the patience to guide that child through their development in a healthy and productive way so that you can create a strong adult.
Right. And some people might take offense to this, but one thing that we have in common with animals who are trained is, and I learned this when I worked with horses, you talk to them the same way for each command that you give them. And you do this with dogs too, but you talk to them the same way for each command that you are teaching them. And you do the same movement or same pressure point with the same amount of pressure with that command every single time. And the better that you are aligned with that, and the more that that has been taught to be recognized, the better that you will have results. So I'm not saying that you should stick a spur in a child at all. Please don't, because Stifus will be up your ass faster than I can blink. But I am saying that remaining, and I learned this the very hard way, is to have the capability when you are wanting a child to achieve something, is to maintain the same tone regardless of their reaction. And don't take it personally. They love you regardless. And if they say they hate you, they love you even more, and they hurt you. I know that that's tough to hear, and not a lot of people want it to be told, but it's true.
Well, understand too, a tantrum is them trying to regulate their own nervous system and understanding what are these giant emotions that they're feeling that's coming up. So we can't shame the child for having these big emotions and whatever that they are just learning and discovering themselves. We can help them navigate through them with validation, with understanding, with patience and kindness, but with consistency and boundaries. So every circumstance and situation is different, which is why I say educate yourself. Free information on the internet. Educate. There's so much more information out there to guide you with each step.
Yeah. And if you heard Maria in the background, she was agreeing.
I do hear Marie in the background. I'm sure everyone else can hear her too. She might want to get up on the couch. Excuse me, Micah, it's your turn for a moment.
Her Highness wants to be moved,
Yes, she does.
and she knows how to manipulate her human very well. Okay, I'm actually going to read Karen's comment in the chat. She says, "I don't want to manipulate in any way, yet I need to because of law, etc. I want to learn her trust in herself." She's talking about her daughter, and free to feel what she feels, but law and society. What about law and society? Are you breaking any? Is she clothed? Is she fed? Is she safe?
Okay, so Karen, if you need to understand and learn what healthy boundaries are, and also go in and heal those aspects of yourself that are making you feel. So Karen said, boundaries make you feel like you're manipulating.
Well, we get to move from the younger years with children real quick into the teenage. So, with that interruption, go for it.
With teenagers?
Uh-huh.
Boundaries are necessary to maintain structure because their frontal lobe's not fully developed yet, and they can't determine the consequences of all of their actions and behaviors. That's why you need to maintain emotional regulation, and you need to understand that the child needs the guidance, but also needs the validation, also needs the, okay, so I hear what you're saying, and I totally understand where you're coming from. However, we need to keep this in line because X, Y, and Z. So speak to them with respect and at a level of understanding, and express to them in a way that's conversational and makes them feel like they're part of the conversation, and that your best interest is to protect and care for them and guide them. If that makes sense.
And yes, Karen. I'm not going to read it out loud, but yes. It is.
Yeah.
And okay, if you want to teach healthy boundaries, they can't be taught, by the way. They're learned. They're experiences. Certain guidance can be given on, or suggestions on setting them, but they're individual and they're unique. But here's the thing. You want to teach how to set good boundaries? Respect hers. Because she's at an age where she's learning how to set them, where she fits in, what she needs in her space, what she doesn't need in her space. And this also extends to your son too, because he's still in this same time period of development. So these boundaries, if you want for them to be able to learn how to respect yours, first and foremost, then you have to be able to respect theirs. Without question, without anger, without resentment, without getting personal, without taking it personally. If they don't want you in their space, they love you regardless.
So here comes the masterclass info dump.
Uh-oh, I'm gonna sit back.
In addition to what Micah just said, respecting your child's boundaries looks like not embarrassing them in public, not talking about them to other people without their permission, not respecting their privacy, not considering their requests that maybe for them to feel a little bit more comfortable within themselves or whatever. Again, it's a boundary. So we, as parents, are taught a certain way and then have all these little microaggressions towards our children and micro betrayals towards our children, because historically speaking, the mindset and mentality is children are property. Our parents and the parents' parents, the generations, were not really taught to consider a child as a human being who's developing and needs us to model kindness, compassion, strength, understanding, forgiveness, just basic human being. So, I mean, and the kids are male and female, different bodies too. So you have to understand what's the storm of chemicals that are happening in each kid and take that into consideration too. So understand as a parent, your way of respecting their boundaries is to not betray everything that they ask you to please not do.
And this isn't just for Karen, by the way.
It's for everyone.
It's for everyone.
Right. Right. So that's how, because how do I respect my kid's boundary? Sometimes they don't have to be dragged to everything that you decide everybody should do. Sometimes they just aren't there. And that's okay too. Like they have to have the ability to self-care in a way that works for them also, not everything can't be on the parents' terms. They have to have some level of understanding of autonomy.
And there's a story behind that one. I feel that.
Yes, for me, yes, especially.
Don't
go in the other direction. Listen, because I was raised in oppression and I went the opposite direction with my kids, which is also unhealthy. So don't swing all the way. That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to be like my parents. Guess what?
I didn't have all this information at my fingertips like there is today. You guys do.
Oh,
my kids didn't get the healthy version of me, unfortunately, because I didn't have all this information. I knew how to give advice, but I didn't believe it was allowed for me because that's what I was taught. That was my programming.
Yeah.
So I know better now, and I can only show my kids something different now. And to me, encouraging your kids and cheerleading your kids and making them feel good about themselves is healthy manipulation. And then I just kind of want to really quick sneak this one is, so is letting them fail. So is letting them fail, because they have to understand how to manage those emotions through something that is a big disappointment for them. And they have to learn how to shift and transmute that mindset into something positive and productive for themselves. They need your guidance for that.
Right.
Not shame, not guilt, not whatever. They need support and guidance through that, through disappointments just as much as through the confidence building.
And if healthy manipulation isn't actually working, to get a result that is going to benefit them because you're watching certain things happen, certain decisions that they're making, that is going to directly affect them, thereby directly affect you, especially if you have a child in school that just doesn't want to get up out of bed and they fight you each and every day, to where you have to, unfortunately, do a little bit of indoctrination because you're going to have the law knocking on your door because they skip school too much.
So here's the discernment part, and here's the expand yourself and your knowledge with tools and tricks and resources and like skills that you can use with those moments with the kid. You can't not send them to school. That's not healthy for them. That's not okay. So they need school for their own whatever, whether it's homeschooling or outside schooling. They have to get up and do some lessons. That's for their own knowledge and health and well-being and foundation for their life. Okay. Right. That is in their best interest. So depending on where the child's hormones and what's going on in their mind, what's going on at school, is there bullying? Is there, are they upset with you in some way that they can't talk? Are they depressed? Did somebody beat them up? I don't know. There's all kinds of things that are going on with kids. And then just add some massive amounts of fuel in the form of hormones, and it's a shitstorm. So it is important that you understand and make sure that there aren't any underlying issues that creates that fatigue that occurs from mass amounts of cortisol running through your body along with the other shit that's happening in there. So compassion and patience, but consistency. Maybe you need to change your routine in the morning where you start earlier at a time during certain stages of their development. Every kid is different. Every kid is different. So it's going to be different at different stages. You think you figured them out, they're different 3 months later. Good luck. Let's figure it out again. But that's what it is. It's a constant evolution with the kids.
Yeah.
Educate yourself as to what's going on in this age and stage group, what's happening with their body, what's happening in the school, what's happening at home, and take all of that into consideration and create new routines that align with supporting that child to getting them out of whatever this stage is. And kids are like cats. They need more than 18 hours sleep when their hormones are all over the place. We live in a society that doesn't allow for that.
Right.
So we have to work within that parameter. I hope that's helpful.
Yes, school is important. No, nothing in particular. Okay. But one of the things is, and this just goes for everybody, if there are unhealthy choices being made, instead of trying to force manipulate a healthier choice than they are making, ask them what's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Ask them if they'd like to talk about it. Let them know that you are there.
Mm-hmm.
And that when they're ready to come to you. And if they don't want to talk to you about it, don't take it personally. Find out if they'll be willing to talk to somebody else.
Right.
The hardest thing about being a parent is taking your children personally.
Yes. But here's a truth bomb. They're little mini-me's. Are we taking ourselves personally because they're reflecting back at us what we're putting out of there? Just saying.
I used to tell parents that, and actually I still will, because it's still true. Your child's behavior towards you is a direct reflection of where you are at.
Yeah.
If you're in a bad mood, have fun. If you're in a playful mood, have fun.
Yeah.
If you're upset and you're not talking about it and it's being mirrored back to them, deflected from you, they're going to let you know. They'll take it for so long. And then they're going to, once they realize that it's not the same. How did we get here? Because this isn't about healthy manipulation, but it had to be said anyway. Sorry.
Well, that ties into the question about the boundaries. You have to have the boundaries. You have to have the important things in life as the foundation, the basic human needs as the foundation. And so there has to be boundaries around that because the child doesn't know yet what you know. You have to maintain emotional regulation so that they learn how to respond in a healthy way and not be riddled with anxiety and shame and guilt and fear. And you got to keep evolving to show your kids what healthy looks like.
You know how Don Miguel Ruiz would reframe somebody who grew up in an abusive childhood? You know, he would help them reframe that thought from blaming the parents so that the parents would feel the blame, feel the shame and all of that. You know how that would be reframed? They were doing the best with what they knew. He's not excusing it. He's not saying it's okay. He's not making it anything acceptable. But if you want to play the blame game, oh my God, I'm a bad mama. Are you? Are you, or are you just doing the best with what you know?
Mm-hmm.
If you are, and they're safe, you're not physically harming them, and you're trying not to mentally harm them,
Mm-hmm.
remember that you are doing your best.
Right. So because we have all this information at our fingertips on the internet now, you have help. Use your discernment with what is legit and what's not legit. Uh, check your references, check your information, and see what feels like it's aligned with a healthier nervous system and more regulation. Okay, there's too much knowledge out there for you to not educate yourself on what's the best thing to do and what feels right to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last question before we wrap up. Where's the healthy manipulation in doing as they're told?
So why, like, so, okay, let me, because there's so much meat and potatoes in there.
I know.
Depends on what you're telling them to do. What are you telling them to do? Are you telling them, okay, so healthy manipulation. Oh, honey, I don't feel like running into, okay, there, let's say you have your 13-year-old, okay? She's at an age now where she needs to build confidence and autonomy out there in the world. Honey, mommy doesn't feel like getting out of the car. Could you run in and purchase this from this store? You're giving them an opportunity to exercise autonomy like an adult. Ooh, I got to go in there by myself. Wow, this is a big deal. That's healthy manipulation. And
God, I'm getting attacked by future comments.
I know. Listen, you got to use your discernment, people. I can only express to what is safe and available and an option. It's a suggestion to start from. Take it and apply it to what works for you and your family dynamic. Understand everything has got to work for you.
To calm all of the thoughts, if you do what she just suggested, this isn't an opportunity for nap time. You watch the door, you don't stop. Okay? Because I heard all of that.
Okay, that's right. Because you're more nervous. Listen, as a parent, you're nervous as heck, and you're like, oh my God, I hope nobody talks to the kid. What if somebody talks? Your brain's going nuts as a parent in the car. Okay, just waiting for them to come out. This is not fun for you, but it's important for that child to build their confidence.
Yes.
And to feel like, oh, I can do this. Okay, I followed the instructions, I did it, and I went up and I got it, and I counted out the change. Wow, I did it, and I didn't die. The kid needs to feel that. And you're going to feel anxiety over it. It's okay.
But we're going to have to stop because I said so.
Okay, I'm in.
Oh my God, what a great conversation.
This is fun.
It's really difficult, and I hope that we help satisfy at least a little bit of the curiosity about how to create some healthy manipulation in your life. So I hope that we were able to give you some inspiration on how to do things less indoctrinated in your lives. Mm-hmm. So, shameless plugs time.
Yay.
All right, gonna throw this up for
Healing Rose, my ministry. I'm based in Columbus, Ohio. So if anyone knows anyone out here in Columbus, Ohio, come see me Mondays and Wednesdays in my office hours at Reliable on High Street. And come find me on Sundays at 10:30 for my Sunday circle. That stuff is free. But then you can get to know me and talk to me and, see if you want to work with me.
Yeah, book a call with her. She'll give you 10 minutes.
I will.
Or she'll know in 10 minutes whether or not you want to work with her.
Yes, I will.
And vice versa.
Yes. Healingrose.org is my website. Right now, it's
And
just a booking site.
and I love that you posted over on Facebook that you are also LGBTQIA. I think I got them
Yes,
all friendly for running their marriage ceremonies.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. For me, that's an honor and a privilege, but it's also my responsibility because as an ally, what can I do to combat hate?
Right.
And what I can do is bring two people who love each other into one union.
But she gonna grill you first.
Absolutely. It's not gonna be easy because you're gonna get marriage counseling before you even take the leap. That's just the way it's gonna go.
See, I haven't even looked at the website about that, and I knew because I know her.
It's not even on there, but you know.
I know. Because she'll bring these two people together. Are you sure?
Well, I'm gonna see if they're right for each other first.
Because, honey, I've had enough bad ones to know. She's totally teasing. But yeah, go check out our
Oh.
website.
Thank you, love.
And if you want to check out mine, which is going to go under construction very soon because I'm even closer to putting together a very massive offer. It's going to include a 2 to 3 day intensive with me one-on-one and you're the only one that I'll be focusing on a week because I'm only going to take on one client for intensives per week so that I can just focus on them for 2 days, nothing else, nobody else. So that's just a hint of what's coming, plus 6 weeks after. So watch out for that. But if you want to check out the rest, go over to untriggered.net. If you're not already a part of Evolve and Emerge, there's a QR code for that right above my head. It's been there all night long because I keep forgetting to take it down.
Perfect. It stays there. Leave it there. It should
Right?
stay there.
Right? And if you haven't checked out my book, I'm still gonna if you purchase the book and you let me know that you have, I still have available those 9 free readings that I came up with to go along with the Untriggered launch. Plus, if you purchase the hardcover copy, I'm going to give you 20 minutes at my half price for getting the hardcover. All right, just as a thank you. It's still there. It hasn't gone away. It's a good book.
It is good.
I mean, I know the author personally, and it's really good. So,
Me too. I can second that.
But thanks, guys, for tuning in. I don't know what the topic is going to be for next week. As soon as I receive that, because I think
Whose turn is it? Is it my turn?
It's actually
turn?
my turn because we got
Okay.
interrupted by so whenever we
Okay.
don't have a suggested topic from one of our viewers, then it's my turn.
Okay.
And I have no idea right now.
Okay.
I do know one
Okay.
thing. I got a surprise for everybody. We're going to close with a song tonight.
Let's go.
Okay. So
Thank
I
you,
have-
everyone.
I have waiting in the wings, the Duke of Rock and Music Starman with a classic Queen song to close us out tonight that I thought would be really appropriate to help
That's
with
awesome.
manipulation. Okay. So you guys have an amazing weekend. I will see you back over on. Actually, I'll see you back here and Carrie's Twitch on Monday for the Messengers at 6 p.m. If you're not already over in Awakenings, I'm going to throw this up real quick right before. But if you're not over in Awakenings, go ahead and scan that QR code because we're building the community. And it's a beautiful community to be in because this is our home base now for Phoenix Talks, Messengers, Brendel's Vision. And coming up on Thursday, starting next week, is DJ Carey or Lunaria's Illuminate. And that'll be taking place at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. I think that's the time that she said. We'll find out. Because next Wednesday is our official kickoff for Rise Awakenings. So actually, that's our topic for next week because it's October 1st.
What is the topic again? I'm sorry.
Rise Awakenings.
Oh, okay. You're going to talk about Rise Awakening. That's wonderful.
Yep. And
Awesome.
God willing, Carrie is going to be joining us on air for that show. So aren't you glad I remembered that last second?
Perfect.
right? So, good night, everyone. Have an amazing week.
Thank you, Lotus Moon.
Love you guys. Love that you are here. Love that you support us. And love yourselves. Keep loving yourselves. And for fuck's sake, keep going.
I want to break free. I want to break free. I want to break free from your lies. You're so self-satisfied. I don't need you. I want to break free. God knows I want to break free. I'm falling in love. Alright, I'm falling in love for the first time. This time I know it's for real. I'm falling in love. Yeah. God knows I'm falling in love. Yeah. It's strange, but it's true. Yeah. I can't get over the way you love me like you do. But I have to be sure when I walk out that door. Oh, I want to be free, baby. Oh, I want to be free. Oh, I want to break free. All right. But life still goes on. I can't get used to living without you by my side. Ooh, I don't wanna live alone. Yeah, God knows I got to make it on my own. So baby, can you see? I've got to break free. Oh, mister, can't you see? God knows I want you. God knows I want you. God knows I want you. Break free. Yeah. All right. Yeah. It's Brenda Wolf and Diane. So listen up if you can. Yeah, journey with them today as they help you find your way. Oh, mental wellness is the topic of the hour. Mental health and the power to tap into our alignments will lead to our refinements. Phoenix Talk, a show like you've never seen. Phoenix Talk, awareness that has never been. Phoenix Talk with Brenda Wolf and Diane.